So don't let this happen to you. I learned a valuable lesson this past week. It has been a week from hell. Let's discuss identity theft. So this past week, I was really excited to post something on the internet for sale here at the farm. And I've posted things for sale before, always on my little local sale sites. I don't use Craigslist. I don't do anything that's deemed unsafe. But my product wasn't moving on the little sales sites. And I thought, you know what, let's just throw it over onto Marketplace and maybe it will move. Well, much to my surprise, I was so excited when within a half an hour I had a hit. A woman wrote to me privately and she said, "Is this still available?" It was a little generator. I said, "Yes, it is." She goes, "I'd very much like to buy it. I have cash. Where can I pick it up?" I said, "I'd be more than happy to send you the information." I said, "Where are you coming from?" She says, "Can we take this over to my phone? Can you text me? Because that way while I'm driving, I'll have that information. If I don't have internet, I won't be able to get onto this. So I'd like to have the information on my phone." I thought that's a reasonable request. So sure. So she gave me her phone number and I texted her. I said, "Hi, this is so-and-so about the generator. I had a generator for sale." And within a couple minutes, she wrote back and she said, "This isn't your real number. I need your real number." Now, I use an app on my phone because I do a lot of business through my phone and I don't want people to have my real phone number. So I use an app that provides me with a local number that's not truly mine. Somehow, they knew it wasn't my number. And she says, "I need your real number." And I said, "Well, for my safety, I like to use this number." And she knew how to play me. She said, "Well, I looked it up and it's not in your geographical area. This is not your number. I need your real number." And I said, "Why?" She says, "Well, I need it for my safety." And I thought, well, that kind of makes sense. She went on to elaborate and say, if I'm going to be driving out to a rural location, because I had posted in my post there that it was for a rural pickup, if I'm going to be coming out to a rural location, I need to leave information with my neighbor for my safety. If I end up missing or something, they need to know who I was meeting with. And I thought, well, that's reasonable because I know I have my very dear friend, my best friend. Sometimes she'll say, "Oh, I saw something on Craigslist. I'm going to go pick it up." And I'll be on the phone with her. She goes, "Here's the address. This is where I'm at. If I end up missing or something, at least somebody knows where I'm at." Sometimes she'll screenshot it for me. So my friend and I do this all the time, back and forth. Don't go anywhere unless somebody knows where you're going. So I thought, well, this is reasonable. So I thought, okay. So I texted the lady at the number she gave me, which was a number for the state that I live in. And I said, "Hi, this is so-and-so about the generator." And she says, "Well, I'll need your address so I could put it in my Google Maps, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Fine. Where are you coming from?" I still hadn't given her my address. "Where are you coming from?" And she says, "I need to know that you're a real person because I don't like working with scammers. Can you prove that you're a real person?" It's like, well, yeah, you asked me to text you. I'm texting you. Obviously, I'm a real person. She says, "Well, I'm going to send you a random 6 numbers. And if you'll repeat it back to me, then I'll know you're not a bot. I'll know you're a real person. And that way I feel safe coming out because, again, I'm a single woman driving out to a rural location. I need to make sure that you're real." I thought, okay, whatever. So she texted me 6 numbers and I texted them back to her on my phone. And then the red flag went up. Now, before you beat me up on the internet, just know I have kicked my own ass enough over this whole deal that I don't need anybody here on the internet kicking my ass for me because I've already done it sufficiently this last week, trust me. Well, when that red flag went up, I thought, oh crap. I know better than this. I know better than this. I know not to click on links and emails. I know not to fall for these things. And yet she worked me. She worked me from this single woman coming out to a rural location. Things that I do all the time, I always back it up with my friend or my husband or my sons. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. Here's the information. So in case something happens, she played me. Right away, I realized I'd been scammed. And what it is it's a scam that's been around for a few years now. It's the Google Voice authentication scam. Those numbers I provided back to her allowed her to steal my phone number from me and claim it on Google Voice authentication. It only took me a matter of 2 or 3 minutes to realize this and look up how to reclaim my number. I went in instantly, right away, reclaimed my number. While I'm doing that, she writes and she says, the numbers you gave me aren't working. Can you send me more numbers? I just sent you something so you can send me more numbers. No. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. I blocked her right away, which now I'm unafraid to block her because I'm afraid I'll give her access again, but I blocked her. Is it a her? Is it a him? Does she live local? Is she somewhere over in Nigeria? I don't know. I never had the opportunity. I panicked and I blocked her before I even got to investigate her. So instantly I'm starting to backtrack, figuring out what I need to do. While I'm trying to secure my accounts, I get a hit from another account. Is this still available? I'm so flustered right now. I'm like, yes. And then I realized, oh, check the profile. Opened it up. They were from Dubai. They don't need to be buying something here in the Midwest from Dubai. So instantly blocked them. I removed the items that I had for sale off of Marketplace so that I wouldn't get any more hits on it. And I instantly called my son. My son is in IT. I said, Mama done something stupid. I need you to help me. So we instantly went through all of the steps that I'd like to share with you here in case this happens to you. Don't fall for it. I was so happy to make the sale of the generator. I allowed myself to get duped by somebody who knew exactly how to work it. It's not worth it. If they want extra information like that, move on. Somebody else will buy it. Don't fall for it. I just can't believe I even did it because I know better. So, with the help of my son, we checked everything for my Google accounts and changed all of my passwords. Now, since I've reclaimed my number, they cannot go in and use my number unless they have those 6 digits that is a new generated series of digits. They're not going to be able to get my number again. To the best of my ability, we have determined that the number is safe. My Google accounts, I've done all emails, Google, Yahoo, everything. I have reset all of my passwords. If you find yourself in a scam like this, reclaim your number. Go into a different device, a laptop or a desktop, and check your Google accounts and see where you're logged in. Because this is a Google scam, it will be connected to your Google accounts. See where you're logged in at. Now, thankfully, I was not logged in anywhere random. I wasn't logged in Nigeria or Dubai or anything like that. So my son says, I think you're safe. So we made all of those changes. We changed everything in Google. We changed everything in Yahoo. I did make one minor mistake, I think. But like I said, I think since they didn't have the number, I think I'm okay. But I instantly panicked, went in on my phone and put in my digits, my code, to get into my bank account. Stupid, I know. But I locked all of my cards. I locked all of the debit cards so that they couldn't make any charges on my account. Then I realized, oh, I just logged into my account. What if they're watching me on my phone? I don't know what they have access to. So then I deleted the account entirely. I deleted the app off of my phone so they wouldn't have it. Locked all of my other accounts. If I was logged into anything that I thought they would have access to, I logged out of it so they don't have the information to log back in. But think about it. Let's just pick let's say Cash App. If I log out of Cash App and I need to log back in, if they have access to my Google accounts, if I would not have secured them, they could then gain access to my Google accounts and just simply look up Cash App, and I might have here's your code to access your Cash App account. Because, sometimes you get locked out and you're like, I need my password, and they'll send you something to do, put things together for your password. Who knows what they have access to? So I should have just deleted I should have just deleted the app for my bank. But one of the things we've done is we've gone down to my bank in person. Don't do it over the phone, because this is the scam. They get your information, they get your phone number, and then they have access then to do voice authentication. They can call your bank and have the information and say, yeah, I want to transfer everything over to this account, and now all your money is gone. They have authentication to get into all of your financial stuff on your phone through those email prompts that you get, and boom, your Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, everything's cleared out. Or they've made terrible charges on them, and then you may be responsible for them. So get into those accounts, your Google accounts, your Yahoo accounts, anything email, reset the passwords and check to see where you're logged in. Make sure you're not logged in some foreign country, or even just any computer or device that you're not familiar with. Log out of everything. Now, I have had myself set up for quite some time with the two-step verification through Google. You guys know how that works. You log into your Google account from a different device and you get a text on your phone number, your phone, that says, is this you? And you click yes. Well, now they have that information, and if they try to log in somewhere and they get the message now because they've stolen your phone number, and they're like, yes, well, now they have access to it. So my son suggested that I actually install a separate party, third-party authentication software program onto my phone. It's not something that is actually in my phone or tied to my phone number. It is something that we then attach to my accounts. And then I open the app and I get the code that I need to verify my accounts. It's not coming through on my phone. This is where they get you. So I'm going to put a little screenshot up here somewhere of the one that my son suggested. There are several that you can look into. But if you find yourself in a situation where you fear getting your identity stolen, or you think somebody might get a hold of your information, get something that is not directly associated with your phone number to verify your accounts, or something that's not directly associated to your emails to verify your accounts for that two-step verification. I feel much better since I've done that. I mentioned I went to my bank. We went to the bank, we checked over all the accounts, nothing had been messed with, and then I set up with my bank a code word. And so it doesn't matter. I can't call in and make any changes or any requests or anything to any of my accounts unless I have the exact word. So I made it very clear. I got very clear instructions from my bank. They said the very first thing we will do is ask for that word. And if that word is not given, we don't go any further at all in your accounts, at all. Good. I feel that my accounts are safe. That makes me happy. So I feel that I've taken all of the steps I can to secure what I can. But I tell you what, I've lost a lot of sleep. I've shed a lot of tears, sleepless nights, tossing and turning. We're at a pivotal stage right now in our lives where my husband has, become semi-retired, and he doesn't have a full-time job anymore. And that little nest egg that we have, it's all we have. And to think that somebody that I fell for it so quickly over such a small sale, the potential of bringing in a little bit of money, I have put myself and my husband and our entire homestead at risk for the sale of a generator. And I knew better. So just do yourself this favor. If it really, somebody else will come along. If you don't feel comfortable, and I didn't feel comfortable, I kept asking them, why do you need this? And I just played right into the palm of their hands. They knew exactly what to say to me as a woman. I fell for it, and I'm smarter than that, but not this time. So here are my suggestions to you. Be careful if you're using anything like Craigslist or Marketplace. Avoid it like the plague. I will not be posting or responding to anything more on Marketplace. I haven't used Craigslist in years because there were so many terrible things happening on Craigslist. If you do a search for this on YouTube, you will find tons of videos. I never even knew about this scam, but there are tons of videos about it, and it's primarily on Craigslist and Marketplace. If you have to sell something, keep it local. Do your local sale pages, because that membership has been vetted. The admins of those pages check people when they apply. They have to be in that geographical area. They check their accounts. They make sure that they're legit. Lots of times they look to see if you're friends with somebody who's in that local area, so they know you're real. Those you don't have to worry about so much, but still don't give out this personal information. If somebody says, I have to have this because I have to know if you're real, then you can move on to the next person. Now, I'm certainly going to continue with the practice with my best friend or with my husband or with my sons, that if I am going to go pick something up, or if I have somebody coming to the farm, somebody's going to know about it so that I'm safe. But don't give out your information like I did. I have these terrible visions in my head of somebody gaining access to my phone the way they did, and then just their computer screen just downloading every single thing about me. Is that reality? I don't know. Have I watched too many movies? Probably. But for now, I feel that I'm safe. Doesn't mean they're not sitting on it for 6 months, and just when I feel comfortable again, they might come and get me. But for now, I've done everything I can. So avoid Craigslist, avoid Marketplace, change your passwords on a routine basis, just in case. Make sure your passwords are strong. Get a second-party authentication that's not directly related to your phone or your phone number or your email accounts. And learn from me, this idiot right here. Don't let somebody work you over because they know you. They knew too much about me just based on that one post. Female in a rural location, saying that you had to pick it up rural, and they knew to pull all those safety strings that I would relate to. Well, that's it for now. I'm going to go back to working here in the craft room and getting some more things taken care of. But, you know, I always tell you guys, take care of yourself, take care of each other, have a blessed day. But be aware there are people out there that don't live by that credo. They'll take advantage of you and they'll hurt you. I don't want you to go through what I've gone through. So until I see you next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.